what was I doing before?
Yeah, why did it take this long?
Exactly.
Well, what's the answer to that question? What were you doing before? Were you lowered your
I
bar?
wasn't well.
Hmm.
I have bipolar disorder.
Hmm.
So I was really struggling with my mental health and family issues, living situations. I was willing to just take any type of love that was given to me,
Yeah.
and it was very detrimental.
Hmm. And now you're not willing to do that.
No, not anymore. And I
Good for
spent
you.
2 years, 3 years single before I met him. So
Hmm.
it was a nice, peaceful time.
Hmm. Hey, real quick, if I do this, can you hear me talk? Like, can you hear me talking right now or no?
No, I can't hear you.
Okay, thank you. I gotta
Hmm.
figure out how I can eat my pretzels without annoying everybody. All right, so
It doesn't
you
bother
found.
me.
Well, I know, but it'll bother everybody else, and it bothers me. So you found somebody. Um,
Hmm.
what's your view on pornography? We probably talked about that last time.
I actually just watched I so the last conversation that we had, you really opened my eyes to saying that masturbation, using masturbation and porn is like um using porn is a form of like of cheating, and you really opened my eyes to that. And using porn to masturbate is like you using a tool to I can't I remember our conversation, but I'm like vaguely trying to summarize it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I watched porn the other day while I was in the relationship, and I didn't feel guilty.
Okay. Okay. And you guys hear her
So I
now?
don't think.
Sorry. Apparently, when I muted myself, it muted you as well.
Oh, can you hear? Do you want me to stay it
Uh,
over?
no, no, you're fine. Um, all right. So, what do you get from watching porn?
Um, being able to. That's the thing, because now I feel like it's like it's dangerous
What's
because
up, D?
it's like support because I'm like dependent on it.
Okay.
So if I don't watch it, I can't masturbate without it, or I can't finish without watching something. So
You
it's
can't.
like a dependent type of situation.
Hmm. Okay. So you can't finish without watching strangers have sex on a screen.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Unfortunately.
Okay. Does your partner watch porn?
No.
Okay. Does he know
At least
that?
that's what he's told me.
Okay. Does he know that you watch porn?
Yeah. I've told him.
Okay. When did that start for you? Like, when did you start watching porn?
Uh 8th grade?
Do you want that to be different? Like, are you wanting to not watch porn?
Yes, actually. Like when I was with him, I was trying my best not to, but I still wanted to be able to pleasure myself without having the dependency completely on him. And I've been watching it for a long time that I'm kind of desensitized to it almost.
Hmm. Did I tell you to read this book last time we talked?
No.
Will you?
Yeah, sure. Let me screenshot it.
Okay.
I'll read it.
It's called Unwanted by Jay Stringer: How Sexual Brokenness Reveals Our Path to Healing. It's a great book. It'll help you answer some of those questions.
Yeah. I'll definitely look into it. I love a good read. I'm in college right now, but I'm about to be done, so when I have that free time on break, I'll have that time to look at it. Can I
Yeah,
also add in something that maybe other people can relate to that's really kind of personal?
sure.
I was also like SA'd at like 4 years old. So I don't know if that is like a contribution to being like overly sexual at a young age, but I don't know if anybody could relate to that, and maybe there's a connection to the porn use.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. It's
Yeah,
okay.
I would absolutely say there's a connection there. And that book will help you, you know, connect some of those dots. I would imagine it'll be a tough read, but
I believe
there's a
so.
lot for you to uncover there.
Those are the best. Those are the best reads.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing. Thanks for coming back.
Of course, I love coming and talking to you.
All right. Thanks. We'll see you.
Bye, friend.
Bye bye. All right. What's up, everybody? We're just getting started. It's been a few days since I've been here in my studio. But it's good to be here. I'm eating peanut butter pretzels, and there's probably about 20 of them left. So, sorry for the chewing. But as always, I'm here to talk about the question, is porn cheating? Stacy, you there? Stacy's not there. Will you guys like and share this live? Please? Question mark? Bob. Bob, you there?
Oh, I
Hey,
joined by mistake.
you joined by mistake? Well, do you want to talk?
Yeah. I mean, porn's not cheating because, I mean, in general, cheating is a physical interaction that you have with another person if you're mentally connecting with someone on another level. I mean, are you physically connecting with that person that is plowing someone else on the screen? No. You may enjoy the sight, but I mean, that's just the same as anybody else seeing someone else walk by and like, oh well, they're pretty. I mean, that's pretty much same classifications.
Okay. What about emotional cheating?
I mean, yeah, the moment you feel like you gotta hide something, that's when it becomes cheating.
Okay.
When you feel like you can't talk to the other person, that's when it becomes cheating.
Okay. Do you watch porn?
Yeah, I'm a normal guy.
What does
I
that
have
mean?
access
Normal
to the
normal guy.
internet. Every normal guy has access to the internet, and whoever says they don't
Well,
watch porn is a
I
fucking
didn't ask.
lie.
I didn't ask if you have access to the internet.
No, I'm just saying in general. You're like, do I watch porn? Yes. It's just me being a smartass. My bad.
Okay. So what does it mean to be a normal guy?
Every normal guy has urges. So, I mean, whether or not you're alone or you're with someone, having a natural outlet to get rid of those urges helps. So, yeah.
Okay. What you just said didn't include pornography. You just described masturbation.
Well, yeah. I mean, pornography helps with that sometimes.
Okay. So if what would you say if somebody doesn't watch porn? Are they an abnormal guy?
You know,
What are they?
it's just their preference.
Well, you said normal guys watch porn. What how would you classify people who don't watch porn?
I mean, okay. I guess getting tripped up on question is one thing, but let's see. I would say I really wouldn't call them anything because I mean it's really their choice if they watch it or not. I mean, granted, some people have different ways of viewing it, but I mean, you give something its power one way or another.
Okay. Well, you were so gung ho about like normal guys watch porn. I'm still curious though.
Oh, okay.
What does it mean
So
for guys who don't watch porn? Does it make them not normal?
no, it doesn't make them non-normal. I mean, some people do something. Most people who say they don't, they do behind their back. Like I've seen it before with multiple people saying that they don't watch porn, but yet they have one of the biggest porn collections back before the internet was a thing. Like people who say they just think it's a taboo thing instead of it just being a normal thing because the way everybody views things can be differently. Yeah, I guess I can see where you're coming from with how I would view someone. I mean, that doesn't watch porn, are they not normal? They're normal in their own way. I mean, their views are a little bit different. Just my view, like when it comes to it, I mean, I've never met anybody who literally says they'd never watch porn.
Okay. Could two people have different orientations to the world and still be normal?
Yes?
Okay. So watching porn isn't exclusive to normal people?
Now?
Okay. All right. Well, I don't watch porn.
Okay. I mean, that's on you.
It's my choice.
Do I watch it every day? No.
How often do you watch it?
I mean, generally, if I'm away from my significant other for a long period of time, I want to. I'll watch it every now and then. Probably about once every other month. I probably watch it whenever
So
I'm off at work or something.
6 times a year?
Yeah, 'cause most of the time I'm with my significant other, and we normally have fun and do things
So,
together.
okay. Does she know that you watch porn?
Yeah, and watch it together.
No, you watch it together. Got it. Got it. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing. See you next time. Bye bye. All right. Like and share, people. Like and share. What are we at? 2,000 likes? This is an ASMR live now. Jennifer. Share the live. Hey there, how's it going? Heck yeah, they're peanut butter filled pretzels. From Trader Joe's, nonetheless. Dark Mark, good to see you. Jennifer, you there? No, Jennifer. Hey there, what's going on? Daddy, what's your name? Daddy Cozy? You there, man? Hey, Coach, I've got a lo-fi track I made. I can send it to you. Oh, great. I love it. Jody Lee. Hey there, what's going on?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you? What's up?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well, thank you. As for your question, I do not feel like porn is cheating.
Okay. Tell me more.
Um, for me, when I do watch porn, it's more, I don't know, I'm kind of like more into the storyline, like the build up, and that's what gets me a little bit turned on. Um, I did have a problem with my ex-husband who took kind of porn into the wrong direction and wanted it to be more real. So he started reaching out to like OnlyFans models and stuff like that. But that's a different story. But I think watching a video is not the same as like actually engaging.
Okay. So when does cheating become cheating?
Cheating becomes cheating for me, at least. I'm not speaking for anybody else, but for myself. Cheating becomes cheating when it becomes personal and emotional.
Okay.
Because
Mm,
with you know, I don't know if I can even say it without getting banned. With corn, I guess. Um, uh, it's people that you don't know. It's people that are just engaging in something that I find attractive, and why not watch it? I don't know these people, and I'm enjoying what they're doing together. So that's where I kind of leave it. Like, I don't try to take it anything further than that.
okay. Um, are you in a relationship?
As of right now, no.
Okay. Thanks for asking, Chris. So they're good now. Appreciate that. All right. Well, say you're in a relationship. Do
Hmm.
you think it would be? What do you think would be more honoring towards your partner to masturbate while watching strangers have sex, or to not masturbate while watching strangers have sex?
Um, I mean, probably not to watch them have sex, but at the same time, I,
All right.
for me
So
personally,
why? So
I
let's
can't
just
stress this enough. It's
let's
just for
just go
me
with that.
personally.
Why would it be? Why would it be more honoring to not watch strangers have sex when you're in a relationship?
Just because like I could probably save that for my partner, but when we're apart and I know that he's not going to be home for maybe a couple days because of his work, I don't see the problem in it. I really don't.
So you don't want to save it if he's not there.
Mm, I, I mean, I honestly like I just don't see the problem if he's alone, like if he's away and
I'm
I'm
not saying it's a
alone.
problem. You're the one saying using the word problem. I'm just
Oh,
curious
I'm
in your
sorry.
point of
I
view.
apologize.
Yeah, I'm curious in your point of view. What would be a more honoring way to treat your spouse or I'm sorry, potential partner if you're in a relationship?
Sorry, I got cut off. A phone call came in.
Oh, all right. I'm just curious. Whatever you believe is fine. I'm just curious.
Hmm.
Uh, um, why not do what might be the more honorable thing to do, the more honoring thing for your partner?
Okay. Um, I guess just because I know that it's on both ends. Like I know that he's probably going to be doing his thing, and
What does that mean? Oh, that's embarrassing. I got pretzels flying out of my mouth. There's only five left, so we're almost done with this. So when you say him doing his thing, do you do you mean him
sorry.
masturbating while watching strangers have sex?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. So this is something that you guys do while you're in a relationship. You guys masturbate while watching strangers have sex on a screen.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
If that's the simplest way to put it. Yeah.
Is that accurate?
It is. You're right.
Okay.
So I
So what do you guys
I
reserve
kind
for
of
one
feel
another
bad
then?
now. Like the way you put it is watching
Why do you feel
strangers have
bad?
sex. Like, well, just the way you put it.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, yeah, I do find that attractive, and I don't want to shy away from that or like hide that fact because I do find it attractive.
What's attractive about it?
Um, just kind of seeing two people in that moment, like together and they're both enjoying each other. And when I think of corn, I don't want to say it because I don't want to get banned. When I think of corn, I don't usually watch the typical types of adult entertainment. I usually go into, for me, I usually go into more of the intimate, the more like they're feeling each other and they're touching each other, and it's not just like a girl screaming on the screen for me.
Hmm.
So I don't know how it is or how it was because we are no longer together. How it was for my ex. So
What do you think you're desiring as you're watching that stuff on the screen? Like if you were to dig beneath just
intimacy.
intimacy. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, well, you were real quick with that one.
Yeah. Well, that's what I miss the most when he's
Okay.
away. When he was
Hmm.
away. That's what I missed the most was the intimacy and the closeness.
Hmm. So you would go and seek it from another source, an external source with strangers on a screen.
And I would rather do that than actually go seek it with an actual stranger.
Okay. Well, what else could be possible?
There was no other option. What else could I do? He was
Well,
away.
no, I know that. I'm just saying, you're not in the relationship anymore, so it's all hypothetical, right? But
Yeah,
if
yeah.
if watching strangers on a screen is one option, and going and
Hmm.
being with an actual person
Hmm.
physically is another
Which
option.
I
What
would
else
never
could
do.
I got that? What else could be possible there if what you're desiring is intimacy? How could you create intimacy with somebody when you're not physically together?
I mean, we did everything we could. We had the date nights over the phone, over Zoom. We would talk all the time, but he just seemed to always be unavailable.
Hmm.
So that was my way of getting intimacy when I couldn't get intimacy.
So you were trying to get it from him, but he wasn't available,
Yeah.
so you went and got it from somewhere else.
Yes.
Got it.
But it was a safe somewhere else where I didn't know these people and I saw the intimacy that they had instead of actually going out and creating that intimacy for myself.
Yeah, so you escaped to fantasy and somebody else's
Yes.
make believe intimacy because it wasn't available. Your partner, I'll just say it this way, I'm not asking you to agree, but your partner wasn't willing to give it to you. He wasn't available to give it to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at that point, I feel like it's not cheating on my part because I'm like, I don't know these people and I'm just kind of living through them,
Okay.
which I feel like you think differently.
Well, I believe if you're in a committed monogamous relationship with another person and you've said something like I love you, only you, mind, body and soul till death do us part,
Hmm.
if you deviate from that, whether it's using a person on a screen or otherwise, I think that goes against the agreement or commitment in the relationship and therefore
Yeah.
is cheating.
Yeah.
It's I'm committed
Yeah.
to you, not only if it's convenient, it's I'm committed to you, period.
Yeah. No, I get that. I understand that 100%. I
Hmm.
just, after like years of that treatment, I didn't know what else to do.
Yeah, I got it.
So
Yeah,
that's where I'm standing in
yeah.
this whole question that you have above your head.
It's a great conversation starter, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, can I offer you something?
of course.
I think there may be an underlying longing beneath your draw to pornography that is wrapped up in intimacy.
Yeah.
And you're satisfying that by looking at pornography, but it's very alluring, but it just leaves you thirstier when you're done because you're actually
It
not
does.
experiencing any level of intimacy. It's actually getting you further away from real intimacy. But it
Yeah.
gives a facade that need is being met, but it leaves you emptier. So
Yeah.
maybe something to
I
think
guess
about.
you're right. No, you're right. You're right. Because I do look at, I don't even, most of the time, I don't even look at the actual like act of the two of them having sex. I like the intimacy beforehand.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's what I cling on to.
Hmm.
And I've been so scared since my ex-husband and I separated. I've been so scared to like put myself back out there.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's where I'm stuck.
Yeah, I got you. It's tough. It's tough. But well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Bye bye.
Have a good one.
You too. All right. Like and share, people. Somebody is on Twitch and they just commented, I'm not going to fall for it. Do you Twitch person? What counts as an addict to porn? Well, here's how I like to answer that question is, do you think it's a problem? Do you want to stop? Have you tried to stop and can you stop? If you think it's a problem and you want to stop and you've tried to stop and you can't stop, you can call it an addiction, maybe not, but either way, I would just say, is it a problem that you want to work on? You can decide whether it's an addiction or not. You can go look for a bunch of clinical definitions of addiction, but that's how I answer that. So good question, Mr. Hawk. Not falling for that one again, Mr. Hawk. All right. Hey there, how's it going?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Good. I just would like to join and share my own experience of, I guess being. Oh, never mind. I gotta go. Oh,
Okay.
actually not.
No.
Nope. I
Go
thought
ahead.
one of my kids was coming out, but
Okay.
yep. Gotta go.
Okay. All right. Bye bye. Kids. Did I see the new interview of Jordan Peterson with the creator of Traffic Hub? I didn't. Um, is she the person who wrote the book on the hub? Let me look it up. Chels, hello. Angela, that kid. Good to see you guys. Hey there, how's it going? Oh, I did. I saw that interview come across my feed. I haven't watched it yet, but I actually bought her book, Layla Michaeloway. I don't know how to say it. I haven't read it yet. It's somewhere over here. Hey there, how's it going, Sharp Knight?
Hey, how's it going? How are you?
I'm good. What's going on?
I just found your live pretty interesting. So
Okay.
I figure I thought that a few other people were getting kind of roasted here before, but I figure I throw myself out there and see what happens. But
Okay.
I think porn is. I mean, I don't think it's cheating if both your partners are in agreement. Um, and I think there's a vast majority of people that I think agree that it's not. I mean, there's a few people that like you that consider otherwise. So I think if you're in agreement with your partner, I don't think it's cheating.
I agree. That's what I said.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I believe. I mean, a lot of people get into it. I think at a very age, and sometimes it could be hard to get out of it, and it could be play problems in
Well,
a relationship.
yeah. Well, here would be my question: if you're in a relationship, do you think that you should use other people for sexual gratification?
Yeah, I mean,
You
yeah, I
get
think sometimes it's easier. I think than
okay. So you're describing a non-monogamous relationship.
well, I mean, I guess if you're in agreement that watching porn is okay and are
That's not what
not
I
seeing
asked. I said, if you're in a relationship, do you think that you should get sexual gratification from people that aren't your partner?
uh, I agree that if you and your partner are in agreement, yes, you know, I mean, I still consider like me and my partner are, I believe that are in a monogamous relationship, and we're
Okay,
in
so
agreement
then you
that
guys don't get sexual gratification from others outside of just the two of you?
no, no, no.
Not even on a screen?
On the screen, yes. I mean, that's with porn, but not
Okay, so
like
you get sexual gratification from somebody outside your partner?
right by means of media. Is that what? If that's what we're talking about, porn.
I'm talking about sexual gratification from somebody who's not your partner.
Yeah, I guess that it comes down to that. Yes.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
not mad at you if that's what you do,
No, no, I
but
don't think. I mean, you're mad. I'm just trying to like.
I just want to be
It's a
clear.
little difficult. Yeah, it's a little difficult when when I think of it like porn. It's not like a physical act, so that's kind of like I get a little bit thrown off.
Do
Because
you have your eggplant in your hand when you watch the porn?
um, not all the time. I mean, it's just to try to get the stimulation going on.
Sometimes?
Yeah, not
All
all the
right.
time. It's
Well,
more like a mental
seems
stimulation.
okay. Okay. So but are you getting aroused from it?
Oh, of course. I think everybody that watched that it does get this
Okay.
arousement from
So
it.
so you're getting aroused by other people who aren't your partner sexually.
Yeah, and I think. I mean, I'm not. I find it a little difficult to understand that it's not that other people won't, because I think it's an animal instinct, and I think we are animals or descendants of animals. So I think therefore it's natural to have that feeling. Um, and I think people who don't have that feeling is because they learn
What makes us
right,
different from animals?
that we can think and be a little more logic about
Yeah, we have like self-control
right.
and
So
yeah.
I think that some people have a certain amount of discipline, and I think people who have come to think that porn is not cheating, I think have learned to accept that okay, it's a weakness that we have, and we accept it, and I think
Well,
that's
I
what.
don't look. I don't think you and I disagree. If you've agreed that you can use other people for your sexual gratification within the as something that governs your relationship, by definition, it wouldn't be cheating, right? The question is again, I'll go back to the what would be most honorable for you to do in your relationship: to masturbate while watching others have sex, or not to, just to honor your partner with that.
Well, I think it would be my view of that. It would be different than someone else's view, and I think
And I'm just
know
asking your
if
view. I'm
and
curious.
my personal view is just that if you I think it's honorable to do something like that where it would end and has no strings attached to it, no feelings attached to it, as to have someone that you physically become in contact with it. Because I think when you share your body, I think you're sharing a lot more than just your your imagination. I think there's a connection within the soul that you extend when you become physically, um, when you become physical in the act. But if it's just the imagination based on images from somebody else, I don't think it's an issue, or I don't think it's cheating,
Hmm.
and I don't think it's degrading somebody else, or I don't think it's harmful to the relationship to an extent. But
You don't think it's
that's my
degrading to somebody else? Just tell me more about that.
well, I think when you become actively looking for an outside relationship to be physically active in the act of what porn does to your mind, I think that's where it is. It's dishonorable, and it's damaging to the other person or your partner.
So you do think it's dishonorable and damaging?
If you go beyond just your imagination, like porn, I look at it as a fantasy. It ends once you shut your mind off of that. As to cheating in a physical relationship.
Okay. Are you married or just dating?
Uh, I do have a partner. I just don't want to disclose any other information that's beyond
Okay.
that.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, man. Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, have a good night.
All right. See you, man.
Bye.
Hey there. How's it going?
Hi, how you doing?
Good. Are you 18 or over?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
29.
Okay. How's it going?
It's going great. I'm cooking dinner. I just want to fangirl a little bit and let you know that I love your content. I watch it all the time, and I appreciate everything that you're doing.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Um, I do think that porn is cheating, but I also think that obviously it depends on each relationship and what they define for themselves. But like someone said something earlier that I just wanted to make a comment on. That's why I requested the live.
Okay.
Um, like one of the first girls that came on, she said that like she didn't think that it was cheating because she wasn't physically doing something with another person. And I mean, I have a couple feelings on this. Like first and
Hey,
foremost, I
real
feel
quick.
like
It sounds like your microphone's like covered up. Okay.
yeah, is this better?
Try again.
Testing.
There you go. That's better.
Is that better? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be quick. Basically, I just feel like she said that it wasn't, if it's not physical, if she's not physically doing something with someone else, then she wouldn't consider it cheating. I have two kind of like rebuttals to that. First, I feel like cheating can encompass a lot more than just physical aspects. And, most people would agree that there are ways to emotionally cheat or mentally cheat or spiritually cheat on their partner. And so I think that saying just because you're not physically doing something with another person means that it's not cheating. I don't know that. That's one of my kind of points there.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I feel like people have such a separation between what happens online and their life. Like they don't realize that just because something is on your phone doesn't mean that it's not real. So, for example, people have emotional affairs on their phone all the time, but does it mean that it's not real because it was just on their phone and they never actually, meet up with the person? So, what I would ask someone is, if you feel like porn isn't cheating, how would you feel about entering into a room with two strangers who are engaging in intercourse, and you're just sitting in the corner watching them and like touching yourself to them? Would you and your partner view that as cheating? And
Yeah.
like, porn is no different. It's that, except it's through your phone. So that's kind of like, that would be like my rebuttal argument
Yeah,
for what she
yeah.
said. That's pretty
Normally, I at least make that argument. I say, just imagine you're staring through a piece of glass, but you just went like you're in the room with them, masturbating to it. Yeah, it certainly makes you think about it differently. It's like, well, would that be acceptable?
yeah,
Um,
because you're not
so
physically touching them,
yeah,
right? Like you're not physically touching them, you're just watching them. So, and that would that feel like cheating to you and your partner? And I mean, also another thing is that I feel like a lot of people say that porn isn't cheating to them, but also they don't really understand the extent to which their partner is engaging in the porn use. Sorry, I'm trying to censor.
it's okay. You can say
I
it.
feel like they really don't understand the extent that their partner's engaging it, and like there a lot of times partners who use porn are using it in place of physical intimacy with their partner, and their partner doesn't even know. So that's just another. That's it. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, totally. Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thanks for doing what you do. I really appreciate it.
Yep, no problem. All right, take care. Bye bye.
You too.
All right. Hey there, what's going on?
Hey, good evening.
Good evening. What's up?
So your question is porn cheating?
That's the question. Yep.
I don't think so.
Okay, tell me more.
Well, I think it's an avenue for people to get their satisfaction.
Okay.
Both men and women. So I don't think it's cheating. No.
Okay. Do you watch porn?
Yeah, so does my wife.
Okay. How often?
Once in a while, maybe 2-3 times a month, if that.
Okay. Okay. Do you guys watch it together or separately?
Separately, usually.
Okay.
But
So
separately, I'm watching it like probably 4 or 5 times a week.
hold on. I asked how often you watch porn, and you said 2 or 3 times a month. Now you're
Yeah,
saying
with
4 or
her.
5 times. Well,
With my wife.
okay. So you watch porn 4 or 5 times a week without your wife.
Maybe. Yes. Yep.
Without your wife. Okay.
Yep.
All right. How long have you guys been married?
23 years.
Okay. How long have you guys been, or how long have you been watching porn 4 or 5 times a week?
Most of my adult life.
Okay. Why do you said to get satisfaction, but why do you do that?
Makes me feel good. I mean, fuck. It's, it's an outlet, stress reliever.
What are you stressed about?
It's just physical stress, right?
Physical stress?
Mostly, yeah.
Like do you do manual labor, or what do you do for work?
Sit in an office.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, not much. I walk around a lot, but yeah, I sit at
How
a
would
fucking
you
computer.
how would you describe your connection with your wife?
Pretty damn good.
Is she there? Can we get her on?
No, she's sleeping.
Okay. All right. So you work at a desk in front of a computer. What kind of work do you do?
I'm in human resources.
Okay. You ever have somebody at your company get caught watching porn at work?
Yeah, a couple times.
And what did you do?
One of them, I kind of regret it, but he was a contractor and he was watching porn, and we let him go because it was on our laptop, our company issue laptop, and can't do that shit.
What do you regret
But
about that?
well, I regret it because he was traveling on the road, and he was an older guy and he didn't know any better. So I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. I felt bad about it.
He didn't do anything wrong?
No.
Why did he get fired then?
Well, because it was on company issued equipment, we had to let him go. And he was a contractor, so it was easy. It's like, see you, bye.
Well, he didn't do anything wrong, but
He violated the acceptable use policy.
So he did do something wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So we cut him. We cut him loose.
okay.
We cut him loose. But if he was an employee, I probably would have gone easier on him.
Mm-hmm. How much do you drink?
A lot.
How much?
About a 12-pack a night.
Okay. How much do you smoke?
Are you talking about like cigarettes or weed?
Yes.
Both?
Yeah.
A little bit of each.
Okay. So, 12-pack a night, porn basically daily. Enough the devil's lettuce and cigarettes sounds like to keep you busy. But you're
The
connected
devil's
with
lettuce. You called it the devil's lettuce?
that's what people call it on TikTok, so you don't say the other word and get banned.
Well, okay.
I'm not. Just to be clear, I'm not. I don't have an opinion on whether it's acceptable or not. Okay, that's just the colloquial term that people use on TikTok.
It's better. You're better off smoking that than drinking.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, and why do you watch porn? You said to deal with your stresses.
A little bit, but also because it's fun.
Okay. Do you think that you have any unhealthy coping mechanisms that you turn to?
Absolutely.
Like what?
Drinking, smoking.
Okay.
Not porn.
Not porn.
No, because I mean, it's acceptable.
But not at your company. You fired somebody over it.
Yeah, but I would never do that on my company's equipment.
Who is what about porn is acceptable?
Well, to a limit.
To what limit?
I mean, well, hardcore porn, like beating women and shit. No, no way.
Okay. Man, you're thirsty, aren't
treating
you?
them like an animal.
How do you treat women?
Like they're women.
That doesn't define how you treat them.
I treat a woman like a woman.
What does that mean?
They're beautiful.
How do you treat them?
What? I don't know what you want me to say. like they're a beautiful human being. I mean, what do you want me to say?
I don't want you to say anything. I'm just curious what your view is on how to treat women and how you treat women.
Oh,
Do you
women
view?
are
Let me.
equal to men. Women are equal to men.
Okay.
They're not above men. I can tell you that. Let's
Do
go.
do you do you view women as objects for your sexual pleasure?
No.
Okay. Um. Okay.
No. Oh my God, no.
So what's going through your head when you're watching porn? Are you viewing them as a whole dignified person or as an object for sexual pleasure?
Object for sexual pleasure. Totally.
Okay. You just said you don't view women as an object for your sexual pleasure.
I'm talking about porn.
We're talking about, gosh, I'm coughing from just hearing you light that thing up.
Dude, you know what I mean? I mean, that's all it is. I don't know these chicks. They ain't my girlfriend. They're not my family member. They're not my friend. They're professional actors that do what they want.
Okay.
So as long as they're treated well and they're paid well and they are not abused, which I know a lot are, because they get into drugs and they get into bad dysfunctional relationships.
Do you pay them?
No. Do I
Then,
pay them? No.
well, you said you want them to be paid well, but you don't pay them. Why not? Why don't you support them?
I'm an end consumer. I'm not the guy that's like
Oh,
producing the
you want other
video.
people to pay them. Is that right?
Well, it ain't me. It's free.
Well, it's not free. You're paying for it with something. That's for sure.
No,
If it's free,
it ain't.
you're the
It's all
product.
free. No, it's all free porn.
There's no such thing.
Oh, go Google it. Go Google it on YouTube. Go
You know
Google
what?
free porn.
I will go. I will.
Google it on Safari. Free porn. And it'll come up like a million different sites that
Here's
are
the
free
cost.
porn.
Here's the cost of porn. Addiction and compulsion. Overconsumption of
I
porn
don't
may lead to
I don't
addictive
pay a dime. I
behaviors,
don't pay a penny. I
potentially
don't pay a
resulting
penny.
in reduced control over viewing habits and negative emotional consequences.
So
That's a cost of
so
porn.
tell me, do you not watch porn?
No, I don't watch porn.
You're a liar.
Okay. You can tell me whatever you
You're a
want to.
fucking liar, dude.
Don't watch porn.
You're lying.
I used to.
What?
but
Why
not
be
anymore.
ashamed? Well,
not
what
ashamed.
did you do? What did you do to change your life?
What did I do to change my life? I took inventory of my maladaptive coping strategies, one of them being pornography, and said, how are these serving me in life or not? And I said, okay, you know what? Do I want to be a better man? And if so, what needs to go? Porn needs to go. That's one. So I stopped. And then life got better.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. Have you here's a saying I'm going to say, I don't know if it'll land with you or not, but a man without a purpose or vision in life distracts himself
Yes.
with pleasure. Have you heard that one
Yep.
before?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What comes to mind for you when you hear that?
It's so true.
What's your purpose?
Fuck, I don't have a purpose. God damn it. I don't. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
We live our lives, and there we go. Okay, my best friend just died last week. You know, I grew up
Sorry,
with
man.
him since I grew up with him since like third, fourth grade. Best friend. Fucking had some kind of neurological disorder, and it lowered his immune system. His brain ended up swelling. They thought he had a stroke. It wasn't a stroke. It was this fucking virus that's in all of us that attacked his brain, and he fucking died. Yeah, yeah. I'm fucking 50, dude.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
And
Sorry.
yeah, I've had 3 people I know in my life that are my age or younger that have died in the last 3 months. But, you know, fuck.
Yeah,
I think
life's
there's a
short,
lot
man.
worse thing. Yeah, there's a lot worse things than porn, but I'm not like this big porn advocate, you know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I hear
just,
you.
you know, my wife, you know, we got issues. Fuck. We got issues. We got 3 teenagers that we're raising, so, you know, we got fucking issues.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks for sharing. We'll see you around.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you,
All right.
man.
Later, man.
Yep, bye.
All right, Savannah, you said your partner's with you. Hey there, how's it
Hi,
going?
how are you?
I'm doing good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I just wanted to join because I don't think, and my fiance is with me. I hope that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think neither of us think porn is cheating.
Okay. Tell me more.
Okay, so I think in a healthy relationship, and everybody's free to disagree. I think in a healthy relationship, you talk about it, etc. You set your boundaries, and if you respect the boundaries, it's not cheating.
Okay. Do you have an expectation that your partner only have eyes for you?
No, and that might sound wrong to other people, but no, I don't think, and neither does he. I think in our relationship, like, yeah, what do you mean,
Why do you
actually?
why do
By
you
he
why
only
do you
has
think
eyes
that
for me?
might sound wrong to other people?
Because I don't want to offend people by saying, I know that my partner, when you say he only has eyes for me, like, yes, he only has eyes for me in relationship aspects, emotional connection aspects, but we do have eyes outside of the world. Like we appreciate, like we do see other people who are attractive. Porn, for example, like I agree with you in the sense that people
I see
cringe
other
when they.
people who are attractive as well, but I don't masturbate when I see them.
Oh yeah, no, neither do we. We just it's.
Oh,
I think with porn, it's a little bit different. Like if I were to find that my fiance, or if you were to find that me, were getting off to cam models or things like that, and talking to them, that would be cheating. But our boundaries are like we can watch videos, we can't interact.
what do you mean by interact?
Like interacting is when you're talking to like a cam website, like OF is a good example, or anything like that, where you're paying somebody that you don't know to talk to you. That's interacting.
Okay.
But if you're watching a video that's just on, PH or anything like that, and you're not talking to that person, that's fine.
Okay. What's going on in your head? Like you know,
I
internal
find,
conversation when you're watching the porn.
for me personally, it just, and I do think everybody's different, but for me personally, it just turns me on to a point where I talk to my partner, and I'm like, let's get physical together. And I think that's a hard level to reach.
So in order to get physical, at least sometimes you watch other people, like strangers, have sex.
Oh, not in order for me to get physical, but just like if I'm watching it, then yeah, it'll make me physical, and then I'll go to my partner.
Got it. Why not just have him like make you get physical?
Because we're both young, like we're both below 26, and there are things that we're learning. We both have like kinks are a big thing. We're both expanding our horizons, and we just share it with each other. And we're like, this is something I'd like to try.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is he there? Can I talk to him?
Oh yeah, here. Hey, say hi.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
Oh, living the dream, man.
Yeah. So you like porn, huh?
Well, better than everybody, though. Like, to a certain extent. Like,
Uh, I can't hear you guys very well. By the way, it sounds like your mic is covered.
sorry about that. But like I said, like, better than everybody to a certain extent.
I don't think so. Have you surveyed people about it, or where are you
No,
getting that
it's
from?
just kind of like a general assumption. Not exactly like a
Not,
actualized survey.
not in my experience, or the data that I read.
Like,
How,
for
how,
example, for me, I met my fiance when she was a franchise ambassador or like something like that for P8. So, like an adult website. So, I personally don't have an issue with it.
mm-hmm. Got it.
And I also see it as like kind of like a healthy way to open your horizons to new things. Like you see a video, you're like, oh, okay, that.
Hey, you're covering your mic again. I can barely hear you.
Oh, sorry about that. My quickie was over it. But like people like, for example, for me, like I don't see an issue with it because like if you see a video and you're just like, oh, that seems like something I might enjoy, then you would implement that into
All
your
right,
physical.
I'm sorry. You keep covering the mic. I can only ask you so many times. Nice chatting, guys. If you can figure that out, come back on. Hey there, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good, thanks. Are you 18 or over?
Yeah, I'm
All right,
20.
what's going on?
Well, I just think it really depends on the relationship dynamic and if so it's like not a yes or no question. It depends on if you've talked about it like ahead of time in the relationship and also like what boundaries you've set. Because
Okay.
if
Are
both
you in a
people don't think
relationship?
it is, then it's not.
Yeah, I agree. Are you in a relationship?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What are your boundaries? Do you have one set with porn?
Not yet, because I just started a new one, so we haven't talked yet, but it's like brand new, like very new.
Got it. Okay. What's your preference in relationship? That your partner only have eyes for you sexually, or you and other people?
Me personally, I don't care because to me, I view sex and all that stuff as like a separate thing than like an actual relationship.
What
I
is that?
think it's like I don't really know how to explain it. Like I think that it can be its own thing because it's like a hobby, I guess. It can be like a yeah, I don't know.
Sex can be a hobby.
Like no, it's just an activity to me. Like it doesn't mean anything unless you let it mean something.
Oh, sex doesn't mean anything to you.
Unless it's like, yeah, no, it doesn't. Like sex itself
What if
doesn't,
what
but
if what if 9 months after you had sex, a human appeared? Would it then mean something?
well, that's not what we're talking about. So,
Well,
but
hold
I'll
on.
talk about that if you want to.
Well, babies come from sex. Sex is where
Mm-hmm.
life begins.
Yeah, but not always.
Right, but no, actually babies always come as a result of sex. It,
I don't know what you're asking right now.
You said sex means nothing, and I asked you,
hmm
what about if 9 months after you have sex, a human appears?
Well,
Would it still mean nothing?
in that case, that's different. That's like that. It's not the sex that means something. It's just the obviously results happened. If it was not planned, then I mean, people might regret it, but that's their own decision
Yeah, obviously. Okay, sex means nothing. Okay, why do you do it then if it means nothing?
because it's fun.
Okay. So,
I see people commenting that it does mean something to a lot of people, and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it depends on the relationship. Me personally, it doesn't. But
well, but if it
if
meant
if it
meant
does, then you
nothing,
should talk about that, and then it's cheating. Yes, if you've agreed that it's like harmful to each other, or like you don't want them to look at someone else with like lust, then yes, it's cheating.
do you um are you monogamous like when you're in a relationship?
Yes.
Okay. Um okay. Means nothing, but it's fun. Means nothing. Why do you think some people might say that it does mean something?
Because it's an intimate thing. It's a big thing, and it's I mean, I understand if it does.
Wait,
Like,
hold on. You think it's an intimate thing and a big thing, or you're saying other
hmm
people may think that?
no, it is. It is, but it
Well,
depends
okay,
on
hold on.
context on
I'm
how
just trying to
intimate.
understand your point of view, okay? If it means nothing, why is it a big thing?
I'm saying the actual sex doesn't mean that you are in a relationship. It's like it's an intimate thing, but you can do it for fun.
Yeah, this is all obvious in the context of our conversation. If it means nothing, why is it a big thing?
For some people, it is because I don't know, like it really depends on how they view it and how they are in a
Well, I'm talking
relationship.
about how
How
you view it.
me? Oh, I
Yeah.
don't think it is a big thing. For
You said
me,
that,
for
and then I
me,
asked you to clarify if you're the one who thinks it's a big thing, and then you said
no.
yes.
Sorry. No, I meant for me, it's not. For a lot of people, it is.
Okay. All right.
Do you have any more questions?
I have so many questions, but I don't even know where to start. So we'll just leave it there.
Okay.
All
Thanks
right.
for
Thanks for
talking to
sharing.
me.
All right. Bye bye. All right. It's okay. Every live is different. Krista, right? Every live is different. I don't think we've had anybody here have have a, or maybe we've had one or two, like a non-pro porn stance, which is fine. Uh, she was 20. I asked her. Hello, Hannah. Steve-O's back. Wait, is this? Hey there, what's up?
Good evening.
Good evening. Wait, are you the guy who was thirsty?
Yeah.
Is this that same guy? Oh, I didn't mean. Okay, all right. What's up, man?
So that last gal you had on had a lot of good points.
Okay. Thanks
I
for
mean,
sharing.
seriously. She's
Like
talking
what?
about sex. She's talking about sex.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a difference between sex and a romantic relationship. Wouldn't you agree? I mean,
What do you mean? Tell me more.
well, sex is sex. makes you feel good and, all that stuff. And that's great if you're in a relationship. But what matters in a relationship is how you treat each other. That's all she was saying.
I didn't hear her say that. But
Well,
thanks for sharing, man. Thanks for coming back.
Okay.
By the way, I'm a coach. I do one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching, both for men who are dealing with porn or sex addiction or other unwanted sexual behavior, as well as women dealing with betrayal trauma. If you're interested in having a call with me to chat more about your situation, you can schedule a discovery call using the link in my bio. It's $1 for a 30-minute call, or you can join one of my coaching groups. There's information on that in my bio. Hey there, Matt. What's going on?
What's going on, man?
Not much. What's up?
Yeah, so I'm anti-porn. I quit it in 2020, and
Let's go.
I don't know if you ever heard of like semen retention
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and like NoFap. I'm a big advocate on that, and
Okay.
I think porn does create intimacy issues like 100%.
Uh-huh.
As far as cheating, I think it's just like it depends on the relationship. My past relationship, we didn't do that. That's just my opinion, but
Yeah. Hey,
yeah,
it sounds like you're covering your mic. Like everybody's
yeah.
covering their mic tonight.
My phone's shot. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you, but it just sounds muffled. How old are you, man?
31.
31. Okay, cool, man. So you're 27 or so when you quit. What led to you quitting?
I got into like spirituality and stuff, and then I just had a bad addiction. Like I had a bad porn addiction and sex addiction. Yeah, I got into like spirituality.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How was it affecting your life?
Like performance anxiety, all the stuff, everything like sexually,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
What's different about your life in the last 4 years since you've stopped?
I would even say like every aspect, like like motivation, talking to people. It's just like my drive for life is just more like it's like more pure almost.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's
um,
awesome, man.
like it almost like because I feel like sexuality like drives your like your life. Like it's self control. Like you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
you like it drives you to do things.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. Are you in a relationship?
No, I just went through a breakup.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Not related to that or anything, but
Yeah. Well, you've been clean for 4 years, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Well, cool, man. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
You always ask the same question. Why? Why not? How can we get on this call currently? You can request and then wait, and maybe you'll get on. There's 30 people waiting right now. Hey there, what's going on?
Hi there. How are you?
I'm doing good, thanks. How are you?
I'm all right.
What's up?
So I have a couple questions to clarify that your question that you're asking. And so what are you constituting as porn? Are we only talking about like video, like straight up like on the internet? Like that's the type of porn that we're talking about here?
Porn is erotic imagery, usually depicting, but not always, an organ or multiple organs of a person with the erotic intent to arouse.
Okay, and you said the imagery, so we're only talking about imagery porn, correct?
Imagery. Yes.
Okay, so we're not talking about books or things like that, like imagination pornography or anything like that.
For the way that the question and the conversations go, I would say that's not in the category, but I'd say it's similar, categorically different, but similar.
Okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure that way that we were on the
Hmm.
same page. Um, I think that, in my opinion, it can go both ways. I know that when I was younger, I very much viewed porn as cheating. And I was very like dead fast in that, especially in developing new relationships and
Hmm.
developing my now marriage that I am in as well. That was very important to declare that, this is we are very much you and I, all of that is not
Hmm.
okay.
Hmm.
As our relationship grew, it it turned into more of you try to adventure or things like that. You try to expand on certain things. So porn has only come in very minimally if it needs to or not. And and so then in those cases where we've actually spoken about it and we've talked about it, we've gotten to a good basis and a ground of understanding and mutual respect, then do we venture into that where it doesn't seem cheating? No.
Hmm. Okay. So you use it, what I'm hearing, just very sparingly, essentially, if you're
Mhm.
wanting to explore something, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And then you guys have defined that that isn't cheating.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm curious, like, why do you do that? Why do you bring in, and wherever you're at, it's fine, but why do you bring in that
Mhm.
external stimulus in order to kind of say spark that, for lack of a better word?
So my husband is quite a bit older, and does
Can I ask how
unfortunately
much
have some
older?
medical conditions. He's 15 years older than me.
Okay.
Um, and so he does, have some problems that, males end up getting later in life and stuff like that. So it makes it very hard for us to like do certain things and stuff. So just trying to find ways naturally rather than um medications or things like that in order to help get to those points, that makes it kind of needs say for us to try different avenues. That's why it's like not like oh, you can do this
So
like all the time. You know what I mean?
got it. Um, so can I just be direct? I read between
Yeah.
the lines, but I mean I want to
Yeah, yeah.
respect the fact that you're being vague. But are you okay if I connect some of the dots here? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So like he has issues performing. I'll use that word.
Yes, yeah, sometimes,
Okay.
yes. Majority.
So then you introduce pornography. Does he have a problem when pornography is involved performing?
Sometimes, but it just gives different avenues for the beforehand, if that makes sense. Like trying to entice to get there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but what I'm curious about is if it's a
Hmm.
medical thing, I would imagine that whether it's porn or not, the function would be the same.
I Okay, I can get that. I mean, it was more of I think it got brought up to the way because of a medical professional saying that that was something that they thought that we should bring in. And so that's
Oh,
when
the a
I did
medical professional encourage you to guys to use pornography?
reevaluate. Yes.
What kind of? I'm curious. What kind of medical professional?
Um, both my mental health
Your
professional
your
and
your
his.
hold on. Your headphones
Oh,
are.
sorry,
There you go. Yeah,
Mike.
that's better.
There we go. Both my mental health professional and his actual primary doctor as
Okay,
a like so that he wouldn't have to use medication. Yeah.
got it. So a therapist and a doctor both suggested using porn to help with ED.
Yes.
Okay. It's interesting
It,
because one thing we know as a result of porn is called PIED, porn induced erectile dysfunction.
y- and I think I've heard of that before, but again, like it's used as more of a foreplay, like mostly, and it makes it sound selfish saying it out loud, that it's mostly used like for me so that we're enjoying the time together when we're intimate, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
And man, speaking it out loud, I know like trying to conversate with people about what goes on is like very hard. And so this is like very vulnerable, you know. But it it's done in a way that's very much respectful to the point where it's not cheating. And I wouldn't think, and I've been listening for a good last hour, so I think I've been understanding like the points that you've made and the points that other people have made and stuff like that. So
Well, I mean,
I'm
the
trying to.
question goes back, right? Is
Hmm.
do you believe that, regardless of a medical condition, right?
Hmm.
Two things can be true. That sucks, and principle applies. Uh, do you believe that you guys, or brother, do you want to just have one another be the object of your sexual gratification? Object's not the right word. You get what I'm saying, though. Having eyes for one another and one another only, or do you believe that you guys should have eyes for other people as well?
So that's also a tricky question there. Um, Only because, sorry, I just want to make sure
It's
um,
okay.
I, in a perfect world, we all want to be one person's one thing. In a perfect world. In a world that we are who we are and we are humans, like it's inevitable to look amongst like other humans and be attracted sexually or not. Um, would I love to be that only thing? Yes. Would he love that I'd be his only thing? Yes. Is that a realistic probability? Not likely, especially age gap wise too, because that's like a whole nother thing. But
Well, okay. We don't live in a perfect world,
mhm.
obviously, right? But here would be my question: is why not strive towards what would be the most desirable outcome, knowing that we can't be perfect? But
Mhm.
even though I know I can't be perfect, I'm going to strive toward, at least in the context of monogamy and faithfulness, I'm going to strive towards only having eyes for you.
Yes, and that worked for a long time
Yeah.
until our our marriage was weighing on the part of our sex life.
Hmm.
And when you value your marriage over anything, I think that you're willing to do anything in order to help save your marriage.
Well, anything, even bring other people into it as a mechanism to save it. Hey, you know what? I'm not hearing you saying you're physically bringing
Hmm.
other people in, but using that logic, if one person's dissatisfied, hey, the only way I'll be satisfied is if we bring in another woman to this or another man. That
Then
is
I
what
mean,
you're
yeah.
doing. It's just
Then I mean,
the
yeah,
the
yeah,
person just happens to be on a screen.
yeah. Sorry, one of the comments threw me off. Yeah.
Okay.
But okay. Yep.
Yeah.
I think
All
I'm
right.
good with the bean. All right, thanks.
All right. Thanks for sharing. Bye bye.
I'm
Oh, let
joining.
me just answer. Uh,
Hi.
user DM me your question, okay? I think that statistically, porn use is higher amongst married church-going men, and the statistics are actually pretty much the same for people in leadership in faith-based organizations as it is in the secular world, as it's called. Do I do work in that area? Yes. Hi there. What's going on?
Hi.
Hi. What's up?
I find your question very interesting. Is porn cheating? It's funny because might be off topic to your question, but basically, my boyfriend, I kind of found a secret email of his, and I looked into it, and I found out he had a secret TikTok, which I don't really want him to have one. And I found out he was following a bunch of these like OnlyFans models and everything, and I was like, oh, this is like really heartbreaking. It was a secret. So yeah, I totally do think it's porn is cheating
Mm-hmm.
because we don't accept, like, I don't accept it in my relationship, and it's hurtful, it's heartbreaking, truthfully. And this happened to me earlier, and it's funny because I scroll on TikTok and I just find this video. I'm like, I really need to join and talk. Porn is totally cheating, and it is in many aspects. I do believe, though, if you accept it in your relationship, it can be okay, and it's like that's your decision. It's whatever. I know that some people, some relationships, they do, threesomes, and it's not cheating to them because they accept it. So I'm like, okay, well, if you're bringing someone else into your relationship, we'll say, and it's consensual within each other, then it's totally like, I guess, not
Are
cheating.
you still in that relationship?
Yes, I am.
And is your partner still watching porn?
I mean, according to the dates that I found this stuff, it was, so I am 6 weeks postpartum. I was pregnant while this happened to me.
Okay. Sorry.
I think I'm still working. It's okay. I'm still working through these emotions.
Mm-hmm. Is he still using porn?
I mean, I don't know. He's saying he's not. He's saying he's not watching porn. He's saying he's just. I'd say we're working through it.
Is he there?
I'm working through it. No, he's not. He's actually not. So he said it's been a long time, but the dates were September and October, which isn't that much of a long time ago. That's like, we'll say like less than 12 weeks. So yeah, I think that is totally like still using. I don't know what would be considered not using after a certain amount of time.
Well,
like if we're a year or so, maybe I'd say no, he's not using, but it's recent.
The odds of going back to porn within 6 months after stopping, if you're not getting some sort of professional help, is basically zero. Basically 0% chance that somebody can just quit cold turkey and make it past 6 months.
What are the chances?
0.
Damn. Okay.
If they're not getting some sort of help, that's the variable there. Like if
Would you think that scrolling on TikTok at 3:44 in the morning, is considered like he's, how can I say this? It's cheating. I'm trying to know if it is or isn't cheating. Like, it definitely does suck because we've been together for 5 years.
Yeah.
And porn has actually been a problem our entire relationship.
Okay. So I'm not going to answer your question, by the way, if I think he is or not. I don't know him. I've never talked to him.
I mean,
what do you think?
Watching, if he goes on Pornhub and watch pornography, it totally is cheating. But what about looking at girls? Like, it hurts me and everything, but am I crazy?
Yeah, but
like,
whether it's the hub,
am I crazy or is it wrong?
Well, whether you got to answer that question. Whether it's a video on the hub or it's a thirst trap on Instagram, does it really matter? Is that really different?
I mean, they're not having sex, but it's still like lusting over another
It's still
person.
porn. Yes.
He's not when is he a mat? Yeah, okay. It is. Yeah.
Erotic imagery usually depicting a organ or multiple organs of another person with the erotic intent to arouse.
Yeah, I heard you say that. I get it. I
Yeah.
knew it. And I told him he was right there beside me. He was hearing this live.
Well,
It's
where is
just
he?
so hurtful. Well, I'm in our basement and he's upstairs. I'm gonna have to cut this short eventually, but it definitely is like a shock and it's so hurtful and porn is cheating, but I totally think it's cheating. But if a relationship accepts it within each other, then I guess it's okay. And
Yeah.
I know all the
But
negative causes
do
and
you accept
everything.
it?
I don't, and it's still happening.
Okay, 5 years you've known about this.
Yeah.
You've accepted it.
I don't accept it, but it just keeps happening. But I mean, I think it's on and off. That's what I think. I think maybe he quit and he started again. But I think he's hiding it because clearly he hid it really well. I had to dig really, 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 really deep. And it was after seeing a video of like a podcast with Sophie Rain, and they're saying like, wow, 6 million men or so paid for her OnlyFans, and that's how she made this amount of money. And I was like, wow. And she said, women, dig into your man's phone and you'll find it. And I was like, I know my man like wouldn't, but I'm curious. And I dug deep and I found it. And I was like, wow. It's not like he was paying for OnlyFans, but he was following like a bunch of these OnlyFans models on a fake TikTok account. He denied it so much at first, but I kept like, I was like, the evidence is right in my hands, right on your phone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How many kids do you have?
I have 2. 2 under 2.
Mm-hmm. You
And
guys
it hurts
married?
because no, we're not married, sadly.
Mm.
I mean, we should be for having like especially having kids, but we're not.
Mm-hmm. Does he acknowledge that he has a problem?
No, he didn't. Maybe I should try to see if he thinks so. He's not really talking right now.
Why is that?
I think he's just out of words, doesn't know what to say really.
Mm-hmm. How old are you guys?
We're very young, actually. We're young parents. I am 21 and he is 22.
Hmm.
We've known each other since I was like 15, 14.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we've been talking deep after this, and he mentioned, like, anyways, off topic. I'm gonna go off topic. I can't do that.
What?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Basically, I asked a personal question, and he just said, like, we were very young and when we got to know each other, and that when you're young and you cheat and stuff, that there shouldn't be space for forgiveness when you cheat. You should just, or to try to fix things, you just move on.
Did one of you cheat?
I mean, he's basically admitting that it is cheating and that led to a lot of problems, and we tried to make things work, but we should have just not try to make things work and just break up and move on from each other when we were young.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think I definitely we made quite a few wrong turns and choices.
What are you
with
hoping
the
to be
who I
different here?
am. That when a person, cheats on you and stuff, you should move on and not stay with them
Are you wanting to move on?
and have kids. Pardon?
Are you wanting to move on?
I mean, we have kids together and I'd prefer to like fix things and work on it and
Mm-hmm. Have you, well, how do you feel about his porn use?
I mean, it's hurtful because it makes, as a woman, like as this previous person before me said, as a woman, you want to have someone that is really attracted to you, that
Mm-hmm.
only has eyes for you, who thinks you're like the most attractive and hottest person ever. But he doesn't think that, and it's hurtful, especially when you're so young and you've basically had kids and ruined your body and everything, and it's awful. It's just like it just hurts a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're wanting him to see you, to choose
Yeah.
you.
It's funny because I really thought that's what he was making me. I really thought that's how he was because he's accepting me, face to face. But it's like, if you're gonna go watch porn, it's like, ow.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy for a man to just like, run away with doing so much damage. Like, what about the woman?
Have you told him how you feel about this?
Oh yeah, he knows everything.
Hmm.
We've said everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he did cry. I think porn is so like it can really ruin and break a relationship. But it's like I feel like when you really love someone, like you're not gonna like give up on them, right? Like you're just gonna keep trying to make it work. Like you're
Well,
not gonna
yeah.
give up on someone that you love because that's how. Anyways,
Well, and at some point, when do you say, okay, you know what? I'm not here for this.
I just saw an interesting comment, Melissa. She said, what have the consequences been for him when he's caught? What consequences should a man have if he's caught cheating with a porn?
Well, what do you want to say to him?
I honestly don't know what to say. I have no words.
Yeah.
It's just like that really hurt me. Ow, I'm crying. I'm hurt.
Yeah. So you're wanting
And like, I just
him
hope it makes him stop.
yeah. You're wanting him to see
Like,
your pain.
him seeing me hurt and cry and everything should like. I know it's not gonna be enough because once I'm gonna be okay, kind of. It's not gonna be. I'm not gonna be talking and thinking about it. After a few weeks, he might do it again.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish it would be deep enough for him to feel it and understand it and like just not go back to it.
Mm-hmm. Are you familiar with
And
the
it's
term
awful because
betrayal
I
trauma?
was pregnant. I was pregnant.
Yeah.
Like I would never expect. And it's funny because I mentioned it. I was like, imagine like men cheat on a woman while she's pregnant. Like how terrible is that? And he was like, yeah, that's really bad. But like, I just found out he did this to me in September, and I had our baby in October.
Yeah. Yeah, he may not be viewing pornography as cheating.
No, he doesn't, I think.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the term betrayal trauma?
No.
Okay. Betrayal trauma is the trauma that a partner experiences after a betrayal is discovered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
It's very similar. It can show up very similar to PTSD.
I already have PTSD. I've been diagnosed with like CPTSD and anxiety and depression and what else? Oh, like
From
ADHD.
From this or from
No, just like
something
in
else?
my life in general.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this type of betrayal manifests all the same symptoms as PTSD with the exception of losing a limb, with the exception of physical damage to your body.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that comes from this book, The Betrayal Bind by Michelle Mays. I would highly recommend you read that.
Okay. Thank you.
See you, Krista. Well, Jenny, you've got a lot to work through. I mean,
I know. That's
yeah,
what's perfect. Your life came through
yeah,
at the right moment.
yeah. I'd encourage you to think about what you want to say to him, and try to create
I
an
don't know what
environment.
to say. Like, what
I
should
got
I
that.
say?
Well, I think you do know. I think you do know. You
Like,
just
you
might not
cheated
know
on me?
how to say it.
You cheated on me? Like, that's cheating? Do you know it's cheating?
Yeah, but think about it differently as how can you point towards the relationship that you're wanting to create,
Yeah,
right?
that's so true.
There's disconnection here.
Yeah.
So how can we become connected? I mean, you guys are young, right? You're still trying to figure
Yeah.
so much stuff out
And we
in
have
life.
kids, and like, I love my
Yeah.
kids more than anything, honestly. And I don't want to become a working woman.
hmm
Like, I love being a stay-at-home mom. I don't want to go to work.
Yeah.
And if I leave him, well, then I have to work and I have to put my kids aside to. So, I mean, I'd
Yeah.
rather get cheated on and live with the hurt than have to go to work and become an independent woman. Like, I like being dependent.
Yeah. And you have this fracture in your relationship, in your attachment
Yeah.
system with him.
All
Do
right.
you, who else do you
You
have in
have
your
to
life where you
expose me
can
like that.
who do you have in your life who you can talk to about this?
I don't know, maybe like my friend, but it's a bit out there. Like, she has a boyfriend that literally has a porn addiction too, and like cheated on her. So
hmm
maybe she won't give me the best advice, and she's still with him.
hmm
So I don't know. Maybe I'm like not gonna talk to my parents about it
Why is that?
because that's weird. They're old. They're literally boomers. Yeah. My dad is like 70.
Oh wow, that's a pretty big gap.
Yeah.
And are your parents together?
No. No, my mom is hates my dad, and my dad hates my mom, and they hate each other a lot.
Do they love you?
Yeah.
Do you think that if their daughter was going through a massively impactful event in her life while she's got 2 babies to care for, they would want to be there for you?
My parents?
Yeah. The boomers.
No, I'm not telling them. Fuck that.
I'm not asking you to tell them. I'm asking if you think that they would care about you if they knew you were going through something very difficult.
I don't know. Maybe they probably just want me to leave.
They would just want you to leave?
I think. I don't know. I just
Okay.
wouldn't. I don't involve other people in my problems.
How's that working for you?
It's fine, I guess. I'm just managing.
hmm Yeah. All right. Well, Jenny, thanks for sharing. And
Thank you. It was a pleasure to take a part to talk.
yeah. And it doesn't have to be like this. Okay. I don't know what the answer is for you, but what I know is that, there are other possibilities for you. And it sounds like you're
I'd
wanting
rather
something
be
to be
crying at
different.
Bentley too. Pardon?
You'd rather be crying in Bentley. All right. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. I'm about to fall asleep. So I think I'm going to go to bed. I am going to go to bed. Thanks for being here, everybody. By the way, I'm a coach. I do one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching. both for men dealing with unwanted sexual behavior, such as using pornography or having affairs, as well as women who are dealing with betrayal trauma. I have groups we meet on Tuesday nights, both for men and women separately, that are facilitated by myself and other facilitators, as well as I have an additional men's group on Wednesday. It is $99 a month. We meet for an hour and 15 minutes weekly on Zoom. It's a great place to be in community with other people who are going through the same or similar thing as you are, with the intention of wanting to move forward into something new, how to choose a new path for our lives. If you want to book a private discovery call with me, you can do that using the link in my bio. It's $1 to chat for 30 minutes, and we can talk about your situation. Maybe I can be of help or point you in another direction, or you can just join one of my groups. The link is in my bio. You can schedule a private discovery call. The books that I typically recommend are The Betrayal Bind by Michelle Mays. These are all linked to my bio on the resources page. The Betrayal Bind by Michelle Mays, and Unwanted by Jay Stringer, how sexual brokenness reveals our way to healing. How can you get on this live call? You request, and then you wait. There was like 50 people waiting when I said I'm getting off. So I don't get to everybody every night. So if you want to schedule a private call, you can do that using the link in my bio. Good chatting with everybody. Make it a great day or not. The choice is always yours. We'll see you next time. Oh, give me a follow if you guys don't follow me already. Would you? If you like my content. If not, that's fine. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.